It is Friday, the 21st day of June 2024. Good evening and welcome to Newswatch on Hope TV, the station where you look and live. I'm Tess Njenga. Let's take a look at some of the day's news. Azimio la Umoja Coalition has strongly condemned the killing of a young protester allegedly by police on Thursday, calling on the Inspector General Japhet Koome to resign. Rex Kanyike Masai said to have succumbed to injuries after he was allegedly shot in Nairobi CBD as protesters flocked the streets to oppose the Finance Bill 2024 that was under consideration by the National Assembly. And as Grace Ahati reports, the coalition has called on the state to press charges against the top police command, saying the youngster's death is a stark reminder of the dark days when the opposition lost many of its supporters to police officers when exercising their constitutional right.
Amid escalating tension in the country as Kenyans continue to reject the Finance Bill 2024, Azimio la Umoja Coalition has now condemned the use of excessive force by police despite the ongoing peaceful protests. Addressing the press, the opposition front, led by Azimio co-principal Kalonzo Musyoka, has called for the resignation of Inspector General of Police Japhet Koome, together with Nairobi Police boss Adamson Bungei, for allegedly failing to protect demonstrators, resulting in the youngster's death. According to Azimio, the death of Masai is a stark reminder of the dark days when the opposition lost many of its supporters to police officers when exercising their constitutional rights.
Rex Kanyike Masai for exercising his constitutional right under Article 37 of our Constitution. It provides the right to peaceably and unarmed assemble, demonstrate, and picket. In a strongly worded statement, the African Union also reminded the Kenyan government that the right to peaceably protest is enshrined under Article 11 of the African Charter and must be respected.
The coalition has also called on the state to open charges against the top police command, terming the shooting a tragic event with far-reaching consequences.
We pledge to offer all our help required in seeking answers and justice. We demand that these perpetrators of police brutality be arrested and charged with murder before a court of law. Fellow Kenyans, it is evident that there's a big problem with our security officers.
Rex was allegedly shot by police on Thursday as protesters flocked the streets to oppose the Finance Bill 2024 that was under consideration by the National Assembly.
It shall not stop there. I urge all the young men and women in this country to unite. Let the death of Rex not just go in vain. We will give Rex a befitting send-off of a hero, because he's a warrior, he's a hero. He's died for us so that we can enjoy the fruits of liberation.
Regarding the Finance Bill deliberations, the opposition has now termed as traitors the 214 MPs who voted for the contentious Finance Bill, stating that they have betrayed their electorate, should be prepared to be voted out in the 2027 general election. Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Grace Ahati.
Thank you, Grace Ahati, for that report. Now, the death of Rex Masai Kanyike, a 29-year-old man who was shot by police during protests on Thursday in Nairobi, has sparked a heated debate in the country, with governors now accusing the police of using excessive force against peaceful protesters. Rex was one of the thousands of young millennials and Gen Z protesters who showed up to oppose the 2024 Finance Bill. While sending their condolences to the family, the chair of the Council of Governors, Anne Waiguru, has warned the police department to exercise sobriety even as they undertake their duties.
Members of the press and citizens of Kenya, today we commence our address on a somber note as we pay tribute to the young man who lost his life yesterday after he succumbed to gunshot wounds following the protests witnessed across various counties. We call upon the National Police Service to exercise sobriety even as they undertake their duties. On behalf of the Council of Governors and the 47 county governments, we send our most sincere condolences to the family and friends of Rex Kanyike.
And the chair of the Council of Governors, Anne Waiguru, has led governors in highlighting key issues affecting county governments, including the implementation of universal health coverage, budgetary concerns, and emerging challenges. The governors emphasized the critical need for adequate funding to ensure the successful rollout of health initiatives and the uninterrupted delivery of essential services across all counties, accusing the national government of failing to release the May and June funding to counties. Mombi Waweru reports.
The Council of Governors has expressed deep concern over the National Treasury's intention to reduce the county equitable share by 5 billion shillings for the fiscal year 2024-2025. Governors say that such unilateral decisions undermine the spirit of devolution and threaten essential services. Additionally, the Council demanded the immediate release of 63.6 billion owed to counties for May and June 2024 to ensure uninterrupted service delivery.
We have cited a letter sent to the National Assembly on rationalization of the budget for financial year 2024-2025. We note with concern that the National Treasury intends to reduce the county equitable share by 5 billion from the 400.12 billion allocated in the Division of Revenue, DORA, after a mediated process. This unilateral decision does not only undermine the spirit of devolution, but also jeopardizes the essential services to be delivered to millions of Kenyans.
On universal health coverage, the county bosses led by Chair Anne Waiguru highlighted the Ministry of Health's commitment to transferring funds to county health providers starting financial year 2024 to 2025. The ministry will also support counties in rolling out a comprehensive integrated health information system by providing necessary infrastructure and covering associated costs. Waiguru said the ministry and counties will collaborate on public campaigns for citizen registration to the Social Health Authority and ensure the defunct National Health Insurance Fund's 8 billion debt is settled.
It is important that the National Treasury is guided by the provisions of Section 5(1) of the Division of Revenue Act 2024, which stipulates that whenever there is a shortfall in the revenue raised nationally, the shortfall shall be borne by the national government and not by counties. On the universal health care, we have just also concluded a consultative meeting with the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Health, to discuss the status of implementation of the Universal Health Coverage, UHC, and in this regard, we have agreed as follows: that the Ministry of Health will ensure that they transfer funds allocated to CHPs in the special purpose account opened by county governments commencing the financial year 2024-2025. Number two, that the Ministry of Health shall support county governments in the rollout of comprehensive integrated health information system for facilitation of health service delivery. This will be done through the provision of requisite infrastructure for electricity and internet connectivity. Number three, that the Ministry of Health shall cover all the costs pertaining to the rollout and maintenance of the integrated health information system. Number four, that the Ministry of Health shall plug into the existing systems in counties in the execution of the health information system where that system exists in the counties. Number five, that the Ministry of Health shall ensure that the 8 billion shillings owed to county facilities by the defunct National Health Insurance Fund will be paid even as we roll into the new SHA fund. Number six, that the Ministry of Health, in collaboration with county governments, shall conduct a public campaign on the rollout of registration of citizens to the Social Health Authority. And number 7, that the county governments and the Ministry of Health shall have continuous engagement to ensure effective implementation of UHC.
Council of Governors, in a press briefing at the council headquarters in Nairobi, reiterated the need for continuous engagement between Ministry of Health and county governments to ensure the effective implementation of universal health coverage. Mombi Waweru, Hope TV Newswatch.
Much appreciated, Mombi Waweru. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua says he is working with political leaders and elders from other regions in the country, pushing for unity of the nation. This as politicians and the clergy urged him to continue with his mission to rally all leaders behind President William Ruto and be courageous in executing his mandates. Gachagua said his efforts to unite the Mount Kenya region are bearing fruits. He reiterated that he will not tire in reaching out to all leaders for the sake of national unity.
Uchaguzi umeisha. Kila mtu turudi pamoja, tupendane. Na ndio zote tukarudiana. And that is why I keep on saying tukue united. A few people have a problem with our unity. I don't know why. Because unity is a good thing. Na mimi nilisema wale watu wote walikuwa pande ile 13% na sisi tulikuwa pande hii 87%, tushikane tukue 100% so that tupange mambo yetu. Na nimesema because hata nikiwa kiongozi wa Kenya kuna pahali nimetoka. Na charity begins at home. Hata Yesu alianza Jerusalem kabla hajaenda Judea. I cannot help President William Ruto to unite Kenya if I cannot unite home hapa nyumbani. Lazima kwanza nipange nyumbani. Kwa sababu hapa nyumbani tulipigana sana. Tukatukanana, tukatumia matusi. Brother fought brother, sister fought sister. And I have said never again in this region shall a brother turn against a brother. Shall a sister turn against a sister. We want to unite as a region for our economic, social, and political interests. When we are united, we are strong. And when we meet the other regions, we begin from a position of strength.
A section of political lobbyists and locals from Mount Kenya have asked the government to curb corruption and wastage to ensure Kenyans get full value of their taxes. They said as much as the government wants to increase taxes to finance its spending, it should also reciprocate by ensuring there is effective utilization of funds collected from Kenyans through taxation. Consequently, the lobbyists asked the government to support relevant bodies that are key in the war on graft, including EACC and the judiciary through proper legislation and funding.
Wakati mwingine ingekuwa hata wananchi wauzishwe, watoe mahoni, lakini vitu vingine hata mwananchi anaweza urushiwa, unaambiwa maneno, hata mwananchi hajaelewa ni kitu gani kinaendelea. Mwananchi tu sasa ni kitu gani sasa ataweza kupitiza hapa kufinga. Sasa ni vitu gani wananchi kuna vitu vingine viongozi wetu wanafanya si mzuri vile, kulingana na vile ninaona maneno ikifanyika hapa. Tafadhali finance bill kulingana na vile iko, wananchi wakuye wafunzwe ni kitu gani kinaendelea, ili mtu awe anajua kama ni kitu gani kinaendelea. Tuseme hata mwaka huu mwingine inaenda, maneno si mazuri viongozi wetu ndivyo wanaambia siku ya leo, maneno si mazuri. Finance bill hata wengine waelewe vile inaenda.
We are committed to paying taxes. Mr. President, we've got your back. We support you. We will support you to the end. Our concern is one. Hii pesa ya taxes ukiokota, Mr. President, you must commit to us that none of your politicians is going to get away with it. You must do everything you can to ensure that none of us loses the taxes we have paid. We encourage you to work together with the EACC. Kama kuna legislation EACC inahitaji so that iweze kupigana na corruption, please Mr. President, marshal your your troops in parliament to ensure that they have legislations that support EACC to fight corruption. Kama kuna pesa inahitajika pale judiciary, so that they are able to fast track cases za corruption. Mr. President, do everything you can, fund the judiciary to ensure that wale ambao wanashikwa na cases za wizi, hizo cases zinadiliwa nazo very fast.
That note, let us take a short break on Newswatch tonight. Plenty more coming up after the break.
Hope TV is where you look and live, with an excellent selection of the best Christian programming consisting of local and international content, of inspirational stories, talk shows, Bible commentary, youth, health shows, children entertainment, contemporary gospel music, extended times of worship, live broadcast, news, movies, drama, Christian ministry programs, and so much more. Hope TV is another quality service from Christ is the Answer Ministries, with over 45% of authentic and credible local content every week. Hope TV is a sister station to Hope FM, Kenya's leading Christian radio station, with footprints across the country. Tune in to Hope TV, where you look and live.
Life is a school. If you're living, you're definitely going to learn lessons every day. However, some of these life lessons can be too costly.
This is where the expensive lesson comes in, because they then said, well, we don't normally give goods on consignment, but we said, let's give it a try to open a new market. And now that you're holding all this stock, we want you to buy it. And we just didn't have $1 million, Then they said, okay, well, you need to secure it. And we didn't have the security for $1 million. And that's when the expensive lesson began, because they received a letter from their lawyers.
You definitely don't want to miss out on this thrilling classroom from the School of Life, only on Hope TV, where we look and live.
Thank you for choosing Hope TV, the channel that brings you hope, entertainment, and inspiration. We value you and would like to serve you better. Talk to us by scanning this QR code on your screen, or go to our social media page at Hope TV Kenya and click on the survey link by the name Hope TV Survey. It will just take a few minutes but means the world to us. We value your feedback. Hope TV, look and live.
Welcome back. The county government of West Pokot has embarked on reviving Keringet University, former Kisii University that collapsed years ago. Addressing the media while visiting the site, Governor Simon Kachapin maintained that his government is in talks with the national government in ensuring that the university has been brought back to life to help many learners in the county who are forced to seek for higher education from the neighboring counties. The former Kisii University was the only university in the county, and its closure posed a negative impact to the county. According to Kachapin, poor leadership from the previous government is one of the reasons that contributed to the closure of the university, urging locals to be keen while electing leaders.
Hata katiba yetu ama vile nchi yetu, policy ya serikali yetu ilikuwa ni kwamba kila kaunti iwe na chuo kikuu moja. Ukienda Turkana wako na chuo kikuu, sehemu nyingi wako na hivyo. Nafikiri ni kaunti chache sana hawana chuo kikuu. Kwa hivyo nafikiri tukipata hata marafiki partners, tutaendelea pamoja na hao.
Tunafurahia governor kuja kufufua hii miradi ya university hapa Keringet. Hii university ni miradi mzuri sana. Hata wakati ilikuwa ni Kisii University, mimi nilikuwa part-time lecturer, na wanafunzi walinufaika sana hasa ya kaunti hii.
Area hii karudi chini sana hata kiuchumi. Naona hakuna biashara imerudi chini, watu walikuwa wamejenga manyumba ya rental, hakuna watu wanaishi ndani. Kwa hivyo kufungwa kwa hii university imeleta economy ya Keringet kurudi chini kabisa.
Tungependa kusema kama mheshimiwa rais atakubalia gavana yetu watufungulie university, tutafurahi sana kwa sababu Pokot ni ile watu walibaki nyuma kupata masomo kwa mapema, na sasa mkitoa university yetu.
As a way to combat stigma associated with epilepsy, Kisii County has collaborated with Kenya Association for the Welfare of People with Epilepsy and Ministry of Health to launch an anti-stigma campaign aimed at combating the stigma faced by individuals living with epilepsy. Speaking at Kisii County during the launch of the campaign, Dr. Matiko, the Kisii County Director of Medical Services, emphasized the need to overcome epilepsy-related stigma, noting that it affects 16 to 20 people per thousands of Kenyans across the country. Patrick Ngechu, CEO of Kenya Association for the Welfare of People with Epilepsy, Kawe, supported the campaign, stating that Kisii County's high numbers justified its initiation there. Julianne Nyangeri, diagnosed with epilepsy at 15, shared her experience of seeking medical attention and receiving support from her family and colleagues.
My name is Dr. Matiko Giabe, the County Director of Medical Services, Kisii County. Today we are here with our partners from the Ministry of Health and our partners from Kawe to launch a very important campaign for us that focuses on stigma for those who live with epilepsy as something that we want to overcome as a county government, but also an emphasis that has been brought forth by our partners, as earlier mentioned. Epilepsy in this country, Kenya, is rated at a prevalence of around 16 to 20 people per thousand Kenyans in the whole country, and it's a problem that has received multifaceted interventions. Partly being focused on availability of medications, specialists, and congresses to discuss on new approaches on how to manage patients with people living with epilepsy.
Mkurugenzi mkuu wa shirika la Kawe, tunakuja hapa Kisii kama vile director.
In a bid to improve the business in West Pokot, the county government, in partnership with E4Impact, has launched an online marketplace to sell essential products such as honey, mango, vegetables, maize, among other products produced in the county. Speaking at the launch, E4Impact manager Bernadette Mutinda said the initiative aims to improve the county's environment and diminish the misconception that West Pokot County is overrun with livestock theft, poaching, among other vices.
West Pokot, and also it's going to play a very critical role in just changing the narrative of West Pokot. West Pokot is not just really about conflict. If you come to West Pokot, you'll be surprised to see the many good things that are happening here. As a matter of fact, personally, I think it's one of the most scenic places that I've ever been.
Na mimi naitwa Martin Dote, waziri katika ofisi ya gavana anayeshughulika na mambo ya wafanyakazi ya serikali. Na hivi leo tuko hapa katika makao makuu ya county tukiwa na washikadau wetu ambayo wametutembelea hapa ili tufungue website, na hiyo shirika inaitwa E4Impact, na tunataka kuwashukuru sana kwa sababu leo tumefungua website ya kibiashara ambayo itaweza kuweza.
And it's a wrap on Newswatch tonight. On behalf of the whole team, thank you for watching. I'm Tess Njenga. God willing, see you tomorrow night. Have a good night.